everyone. I know that it's been a super long time since I've talked to you, and that's because I'm lazy and have been working and have been moving, and so much stuff has been happening. But now that I'm getting into a place more again, because as you can see, this is not what my old room looked like. I just moved recently. I moved to an apartment complex and out of my house. And then actually in about a month and a half, I'm going to be moving again into another house with my boyfriend and some of his roommates and / my friends. So there's that. So I'm moving all over again. And I'm actually going to be making a whole bunch of other different changes, but that's for a later video when the time comes. But I'm going to do this video that has actually been requested by a lot of people, and I'm not doing anything today, so I thought, hey, I might as well record a video and try and get this YouTube thing back on track. So I'm going to be doing an update of my vinyl record collection. So excited because I have, as you can see, a lot to go over. So this will be exciting, and if you guys want to watch it, stick around for more, and please ignore all the junk in the back. This room's small, so everything's kind of everywhere. I like the way it looks, but let's just not talk about it. Alright, let's start with probably my most pride and joy right now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Paramore Riot vinyl. For those who have seen my other vinyl record collection videos, you know that it was a big deal for me that I got this eventually, but also they were super limited editions, still are. There's only 1,100 that have been pressed, and here we are. Now I have one. The actual vinyl itself is also white, so let me just pull this out for you. Aww, beautiful. This is now the second white vinyl record that I own, as well as my Breakfast Club soundtrack vinyl, so that's awesome. And I got this on Amazon. It was a lot of money. I think it was $400 something. It was a lot of money, but I have it, so look at how beautiful it is. This next one is something that I have been wanting to get on vinyl since I started correcting records, which was about 2-3 years ago. Only downside about this record is that they were not pressing it. They have never pressed it until about a month ago. I went to Urban Outfitters with my boyfriend, and we were just looking at stuff for our room, not even looking at records. And then he said, hey, you should look at that Best Coast album to know that you like their music a lot. So I went over there, I took a look at it because I didn't see that it was there, and I happened across this. Holy shit. But this, in my opinion, is one of the best soundtracks in the entire world. It has songs by Regina Spektor, The Smiths again, Black Lips, Doves, Hall & Oates, The Temper Trap, Feist, Regina Spektor again, Simon Garfunkel. It's all of some of my favorite songs in the entire world, and this soundtrack is one of my favorite things ever, and the fact that I own it is a very big deal for me. Like I said, I got it from Urban Outfitters. The actual record itself is this yellow color. So it's actually the same color as one of the Fall Out Boy records that I have, their album Folie à Deux. So it's the same color as that. And this was about $30 at Urban Outfitters. You can buy it online. It's not available anywhere else like eBay or Amazon yet. I've checked. But you can buy it online at Urban Outfitters and also in the Urban Outfitters stores. Next we have some other records that I got. It's going to be kind of a lot of a series of older records because my mom knows this guy who collects vinyl records and he had been selling them, so she decided to buy me a bunch for my birthday, so she bought me about $100 worth of vinyl records, and excuse me, I burped. They're all some of my favorite artists in the entire world, and so we're going to start off with this one. This is Joan Jett's album, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, I Love Rock and Roll. This was her premiere album as a solo artist, so it was kind of a big deal. It has songs like I Love Rock and Roll, Love is Pain, Crimson Clover, all that jazz. I have another Runaways album. For those who don't know, I do love the Runaways. They're one of my favorite bands in the entire world because I'm all for all girl bands. And this is an album called And Now the Runaways. And I have not really listened to this album very much. I'm not a huge fan of the songs on it, but I just like having it. I like having as much of their music as possible because they're great. This next record I have literally for one song and one song only, and it is the Eurythmics album Sweet Dreams Are Made of These, and I literally only have this album because of the song Sweet Dreams Are Made of These, because that's one of the best songs in the entire world. Don't argue with me on it. This next album is also another Runaways album. It is called The Runaways, featuring, The Best of the Runaways, featuring Joan Jett, Sandy West, Jackie Fox, Sherry Curry, and Lita Ford. I mean, it's a best of album. It has I Love Playing with Fire, Blackmail, Born to Be Bad, and a couple of songs that are live, like You Drive Me Wild. This one also in the lot that I got of the albums that my mother got me. Then I have another Joan Jett album, Joan Jett and the Black Hearts. The album is called, is it literally called Album? That's amazing. This has songs like Fake Friends, Handyman, Everyday People, The French Song, and I Love Playing with Fire. So it has some of my favorite songs on it, and I love that album so much. Here's another one of my pride and joys. Oh my god, I think this is an album that every vinyl, like avid vinyl collector has. Just because it's a good album. I'm gonna, like, edit this. It's fine. Everyone's seen it. I feel so bad for this kid who's like, hey, everyone can see my penis as a baby. Just advertised everywhere, me chasing after money. But, like, if you don't know this album, who are you? It has Smells Like Teen Spirit. It has Drain You. It has Come As You Are. Like, everyone has heard at least one song from this album. And if you haven't, please educate yourself. Coming up next is one of my other favorite soundtracks, the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World soundtrack. I am a huge Scott Pilgrim fan. I have all the comic books, and I have, what? Is that my phone? No. But I have all the comic books. I have the soundtrack, obviously, and the movie. The actual vinyl itself is red, and it has songs like Scott Pilgrim by Plumtree, Black Sheep. However, if you on this one, the Black Sheep song is only the version by Metric, not the version by The Clash at Demon Head, which I'm a little sad about. I wish that they had put that version on there because I personally like that version better. This was an album that I got on a whim just because I was like, oh hey, I like this band. I forgot that I like this band. But it is the album Saves the Day Through Being Cool. And by that I mean the band is called Saves the Day and the album is called Through Being Cool. And I started listening to them because I heard that, like, Fall Out Boy was heavily inspired by their music for their first couple of albums, so I'm like, I'll take a listen to them, and I really love their music. All Star Me is actually, I think, this is either a real fact or it's a fact I'm getting from a fan fiction, but Patrick Stump, I think, sang this for Andy and all of them when he auditioned to be their vocalist, the song All Star Me. Maybe that's true. I don't know. Point is, though, my favorite songs on this album are Hollyhocks, Forget Me Nots, and Through Being Cool. I like All Star Me, but it's not exactly one of my favorites. I love the color of this disc because it looks like this. Isn't that amazing? Like, because usually if you get, like, colored records, they're going to be, like, that translucent kind of color, like the Scott Pilgrim one that I showed you. But this one is, like, opaque, and I love the color of that one for some reason. I have this random one that my mom got me. It's called The Heart of Rock, and it's, like, a compilation album. So it has, like, Bruce Springsteen, Grateful Dead, Suzanne Vega, Richard Marx, Billy Joel, all these random people. So that's just a nice album that I have. My mom just gave me that one. I have one of my favorite albums ever, Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life. This album is very important to me because I listened to this album a lot with my mother when I was younger, and so I wanted to make sure that I got it on vinyl because it's very nostalgic for me. Sir Duke and I Wish are two songs that could instantly just make me super happy. And so, and if it's magic just makes me cry. I actually have two of these, so I will eventually give one to my mom when she gets a record player. I actually just got my mom a record for Mother's Day. I got her the Fugees album that has the song Killing Me Softly, because that's one of our favorite songs, so I got her that on vinyl. And then when she gets a record player, I will get her one of my copies of this because she loves this album more than I do, so she deserves it. This next album I have is an album by the Carpenters, the singles 1969 through 1974, and this one is awesome. I mean, who doesn't like this one? It's the Carpenters. I think everyone likes the Carpenters at least a little bit. Has songs like For All We Know, We've Only Just Begun, Top of the World, Ticket to Ride, Superstar, which is actually my favorite song by them, is Superstar. I have this album by the Beatles. You can't really see it, but it's like right there. It's super faded. It is by the Beatles. It's the white album. Has songs like Back in the USSR, Dear Prudence, Obla Di Obla Da, Rocky Raccoon, Birthday, and all that other fun stuff like Revolution 1, Revolution 9, Helter Skelter. I have this album by Journey, and the album, what is this album called? I think it's just called Journey, if I can be completely honest. And before you ask, no, it does not have Don't Stop Believin', so who really cares about that album at all? And then I have another album by Journey. I like Journey, I do. And before you ask, no, this one does not have Don't Stop Believin' either. It does have Love and Touch and Squeezin' though, so I'm good with that. Oh my god, what's this? Another Journey album? Why do I have so much Journey? I don't know. I like Journey a lot. And before you ask, yes, this one does have Don't Stop Believin', because this one is the greatest hits album, so of course they had to put Don't Stop Believin' on there. So they have Don't Stop Believin', Separate Ways, Love and Touch and Squeezin', Open Arms, Any Way You Want It, which is like my favorite ones ever. This one is a Rocky Horror Picture Show soundtrack. Those who have not seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, it's kind of a cult classic, but it's one of my favorite movies in the entire world. This album is also red, like the color of blood, which is what they were going for. I own a lot of red records, so I've noticed. I don't know why that is, but it's amazing. But this album has songs like Time Warp, what other ones? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Damn It, Janet, Sweet Transvestite, all that jazz. The titles of these songs are going to sound very weird unless you've actually seen the movie. And even if you've seen the movie, it's still going to be really, really weird because this movie is just a weird movie. This one is an album by the Runaways, also called Waiting for the Night. And this has songs like Little Sister, Wasted, School Days, Trash Can Murders, which to me sounds like the great name of a band. This album is called The Buddy Holly Story. Obviously, it's Buddy Holly. You can tell by his face and by the title, it's Buddy Holly. This has songs like Peggy Sue, Maybe Baby, Every Day, which is my favorite song by Buddy Holly. That one was also in the collection that my mom bought me. This is AC/DC's album Highway to Hell, so obviously it has the song Highway to Hell. It also has Girl Got Rhythm, Touch Me Too Much, Get It Hot, but really the only ones I care about in this one are Highway to Hell, if we can be completely honest. Oh my gosh, another Beatles record. I'm so original. I actually do love this album though. I love pretty much every Beatles album. This one has Eleanor Rigby, which is one of my favorite songs, Yellow Submarine, Good Day Sunshine, I Want to Tell You, and Gotta Get You Into My Life. So really good songs on this one. This album, by the way, is called Revolver. Pretty much everyone likes songs from that album, so it's just nice to have. This is one of my favorite Beatles records ever. It's Beatles Twist and Shout featuring She Loves You. So it has a song She Loves You, which is one of my favorite Beatles songs ever. And then Twist and Shout. This one right here is an album by Nirvana. It is Nirvana Live at Reading. So it has songs like Breathe, Drain You, School, In Bloom, Smells Like Teen Spirit, and the whole album is live. Which is probably one of my favorite parts about it. Who did this? Who did this? And now we have this one, which is by The Doors, and it's called Waiting for the Sun. I only care about one song on this album, and that is Hello, I Love You. It's my favorite song by The Doors. Like everyone's favorite song because I'm a basic bitch. And I just love that album quite a bit. I like the whole album, but I really do like that song specifically. I have this album called Meet the Beatles, the first album by England's phenomenal pop combo. Whole thing. This has songs like I Want to Hold Your Hand, I Saw Her Standing There, It Won't Be Long, All My Lovin', Hold Me Tight, I Want to Be Your Man. So it has a lot of songs that pretty much everyone's going to know by the Beatles. And it's one of my favorite records ever. I keep saying that about everyone I own because I'm so proud of all of them because they're all my children. What is happening? This is an album by Jimi Hendrix called Rainbow Bridge, the original motion soundtrack. Again, I love soundtracks because I'm a cheater. It has songs like Look Over Yonder, Dolly Dagger. I had to burp. That's not a song title. Now I have this one, which is another Jimi Hendrix album called Electric Ladyland, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. And it has songs like And the Gods Made Love, Have You Ever Been, Crosstown Traffic, and Little Miss Strange. So I have not listened to this album as much as I would like to, just because I feel like I have a lot of albums to get through that I want to listen to all the way through, but it is one of the albums I want to listen to very, very actively when the time comes. Another Jimi Hendrix album has Purple Haze, though, so that's probably one of the happiest things I know. Has Hey Joe, Love or Confusion, and this is also in the lot that I got. This one is Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits, so it has a lot of songs I mentioned earlier, like Hey Joe, Foxy Lady, Remember, Purple Haze. That's just the greatest hits album. Talk about the Bay right now. Let's just talk about him. If you don't like Prince, you're wrong. That's honestly how I feel. Anyway, to stop my fangirling, this has songs like I Want to Be Your Lover, Sexy Dancer, When We Were Dancing Close and Slow. I believe that this is just his title album, so it's literally just called Prince. Get it, love yourself, and get that album, please. Well guys, this video is getting real long, so I'm gonna make a part 2 of this video, and then I will see you in a little bit. Talk to you later, bye!